Season 2 of the Williams Road to Glory is officially here. Finally, after a few days we've made it, and I'm really excited. Now you may have noticed a change in the name. It's no longer Return to Glory, it's now Road to Glory, and the reason for that is because we technically accomplished our goal last year, which was to get Williams back on the podium and actually win a race, and we won 4 of them. So we've kind of brought them back to glory already, fighting at the front. We got 3rd in the drivers and constructor standings. So the next step now is the Road to Glory to go on a championship winning run. So that's what we're going to try and do here in Season 2, hence the name change. And of course, with a name change and a series update, there are a few changes that have taken place along the way, and that's where mods come in. So I'm very excited to show you guys what I've got up my sleeve for this series. But first of all, guys, let's kind of break it down. If you don't know already, this is the pre-season slash, let's say, installation episode where I'll pretty much show you the admin work from the end of Season 1, the admin work at the start of Season 2, what happened during the off season, and also show you the brand new Williams FW43B, my version of the 2021 livery. Now, as a bit of an introduction to this series, guys, and Season 2, very brief, 15 seconds, 20 seconds, I'm basically basing this off the real life 2021 season, but of course with the drive transfers that I have in my own career mode and making some small adjustments here and there to keep it in line with F1 2020. So with that said, if you guys are excited for Season 2 of the Road to Glory with Williams, then smash the like button, subscribe for more, and let's jump into it. Now, step number 1 is we pick off the action where we left off in the previous episode at Abu Dhabi. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave it linked up in the top right hand corner of your screen, guys. But as you can see, we've got 10 more days until the season officially ends, and we've got 1,551 resource points, and we're going to get a few more on the 7th. So we're going to go ahead and first of all look at the facilities. So at the end of Season 1, this is how things look in terms of, upgrades we're going to make during the off season, and the durability, by far the most advanced department of the team. The powertrain, the aerodynamics, and the chassis are all exactly the same, and every single part of it is level 1 except for quality control, which is on level 2, which means the chances of parts failing are lower than usual, which is really good. So hopefully that will help us out a lot in Season 2. We then look, of course, at the confirmation that Kimi Raikkonen has now retired from Formula 1. So could that trigger some spicy driver moves in the off season? We're about to find out and see who's going to replace him and then what kind of chain reaction that's going to have. But with that said, we're now going to move into the R&D tree. Now, as you can see, we've got a bit of work to do on the aerodynamics and the chassis. So we're going to go ahead and spend our points on protecting as many upgrades as possible. We've already done most of them. Crucially, I protected all the major ones. So all we've got left is minor ones. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough points to really protect everything, so I'm going to leave one of the aerodynamic upgrades kind of unprotected, and we're going to spend the rest of our points on a chassis one here to kind of compensate for that. And also, eventually, when the extra resource points arrive on the 7th, we're also going to use those to buy one more chassis upgrade to kind of protect, and that's going to leave us pretty much done in terms of the off-season work and what we can protect in terms of upgrades. So as you can see, the end of season screen is now here, and we've left 1 aero upgrade without protecting and 2 on the chassis. So we'll probably lose those, which is not ideal. But with that said, hopefully other teams have a worse winter than us. But we're now going to move into the off-season cutscene.
Nice job this season. You've been performing well, and that's putting us in a strong negotiating position contract-wise. Plus, my 10%'s getting more valuable. So enjoy your break, and keep up the good work next year.
And there we go then, just like that, Season 1 has now come to a close. We gain a little bit more acclaim after that race, and we look at a very kind of brief season review. And we got 4 wins this year, 266 points to George Russell's 3, and a 15 place difference in the Driver Championship, which speaks volumes. Russell is not a bad driver, but we definitely put in a shift and poured most of our weight this season. So anyway, we look at the season results, the season review if you will, and of course we won 4 races. We won Monaco, we won Canada, we won Singapore, and also Mexico, sorry. So some strong races. Also podiums in China, we've got podium in Azerbaijan, also France as well, and also at Brazil. So a pretty decent season, and podiums in almost half of the races. The most common position by the looks of it was P6. We finished there 6 times, I believe. and we was in the points every single race except for round 2 at Bahrain, also the British Grand Prix, and that was it. So only 2 non-points finishes all season, and that's why we finished so high up in the championship. So there's the season 1 review. We then look at my own personal stats, and as you can see, 266 points in total, 4 wins, 8 podiums out of 22 races, which is not bad. Average P5 and also average P12 it looks like on the qualifying, so not ideal, something we need to work on, but also the AI, as you know, are stronger in qualifying. And then 3 fastest laps, and yeah, 857 laps driven in total. Anyway, that waffle aside, we now move into the return, and basically the off-season has now finished and we're back online. And as you can see, we have got a massive upgrade on the way. Williams have gone ahead and they've spent a lot of the money we've earned on the crucial aerodynamic, chassis and engine departments, which is awesome. So we're going to be seeing some big upgrades in terms of facilities right now. We're going to start season 2 with a bang, because those upgrades are going to be huge for us, and I can't wait to have a look. So as you can see, the durability now is level 3 on the quality control, which is insane. So there's going to be no failures on any durability upgrades that we make. Then the chassis and the aerodynamics are level 2 on everything except for fabrication, and the powertrain is level 1 on build time compared to the other 2. So everything is a lot more well balanced, well rounded, and we've got a much better kind of foundation to build on this year. And crucially, resource point generation is level 2 on all 4 of them, so it's going to be a lot easier to kind of build up resource points this year. So I'm really happy. Williams have finally pulled their act together and they've actually gone ahead and bought the correct things that we needed, and I'm really excited about this. It's a shame there's no fabrication level 2, but that's okay. You know, I'm not going to complain. That's good enough for me. We then look at the, of course, updated R&D graph. Now, in the off-season, we actually lost out to Alfa Romeo. We've dropped back down to the second from worst team, and to be fair, it's not too bad, I'll be honest. The grid is still really close, and the key thing here is we're going to hopefully recover performance back really quickly now because of the facility upgrades, the increased R&D points that we're going to get, and just having that better foundation this year is going to be really good. Not starting in last place as the worst car on the grid is going to definitely help, and I'm really excited. Red Bull are now the fastest team on the grid, and also AlphaTauri took a big step forward over the winter as well. But anyway, no complaints on my end. We look pretty strong, and I'm very much excited for the new year. We then look, of course, at the drivers. Now this year, there's been a few changes, but nothing major. So as you can see, the top 14 or top 13 in the table in this case have not changed places. And the only changes that have happened due to Kimi Räikkönen's retirement are in the lower half of the table. So in a nutshell, Kimi has retired, Romain Grosjean has moved from Haas to Alfa Romeo to replace Kimi, and of course that has left a vacant seat in the American team, which has been filled by Nobuharu Matsushita. So there you go, literally just 2 transfers, Kimi out and Grosjean goes in, and then Matsushita takes Grosjean's place at Haas. And to be fair, a bit of a shame there wasn't a bit more action in the off season, but you know what, it is what it is. There is your 20 drivers for this season. We're then going to look at ourselves. Now, before we look at George, we're going to quickly go ahead and spend our renewed contract money on a perk for the power mapping, which basically reduces engine wear by 10%, which is good. And then you can see George Russell here, he's ready for the new year. 89 rated, very good. Hopefully George will improve as the year goes on. You can see we've got 1 perk at the bottom for the development feedback and 1 for the power mapping. Hopefully we'll add another one of those soon, maybe mid-season. But generally speaking, we're looking pretty decent. Things are looking ready to go, but now it's time for the main event, guys, and as you know, it's time for the car reveal. So before we jump into it, I want to quickly kind of preview it. So again, I've not changed the car too much. It's very similar to the 2021 FW43B, but I've made some subtle changes, some very minor details, which make a big difference to the final package, I feel. And I think you guys are going to like it. A couple of my own personal sponsors on there as well. So let's see what my take of the FW43B looks like for Season 2 of the Williams Road to Glory. And there she is. It's a lot better than the real life car in my opinion. We've changed and reshuffled some of the sponsors around. So on the nose, we've now got Veloce, we've now got GT Omega to kind of give the car a few more sponsors. We've moved and shifted around the Lavazza logo and the Ponos logo on the side of the car. I've added Veloce Esports to the rear wing, which you can't see from this angle, and also I've adjusted the way the blue is on the side of the car. Basically, instead of having an awkward kind of black cutout section underneath, we've now got just a nice clean blue that runs all the way down the side of the car. So in my opinion, a lot better, a lot cleaner, and I'm a big fan. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and skip ahead on the calendar. We've got a few more resource points coming our way, and we've got another facility upgrade for the durability, which is really good for us. As you can see, we're now ready for Australia, race number 1. I can't wait. I'm really excited. I was going to show the other teams, guys, in this video, but I've not quite finished those yet. I'm working with a friend of mine, Kaisari Kine. I'll give him a big shout out in the first episode. But basically, he's helped me pretty much build this entire mod. I'll leave a link to his Twitter down below, guys, in the description. And then I'll leave some more up-to-date kind of, let's say, important links in episode 1, because I feel like they deserve a lot more credit when there's a lot more eyeballs watching that video. So yeah, as you can see, we've got one more upgrade for the powertrain on the way for that facility, which is great, and that's going to be fabrication level 2. So the team are investing in the correct areas. But yeah, going back to what I said before, you guys, in the next episode, I'll show you every single car one by one, and all the suits and helmets, all that kind of stuff, and what we've done with the driver transfers to make it a lot more interesting and kind of my own mini universe of F1 2020/2021. So hopefully you guys look forward to it. But there you go, the car has now been revealed. We're ready to go for season 2, and I can't wait, because this is the year we take Williams to the very top of Formula 1, and that's what it's all about, baby. So if you enjoyed this episode, then feel free to smash the like button. Let's try and hit over 1,000 likes on this video. Subscribe for more. We've recently hit 58,500 subs, and we're on the way to 60k, so any help would be massively appreciated, guys. And also, notifications, turn them on for round 1, which we're going live in a couple of days, so stay tuned for that. And finally, check out the 2 videos on screen right now, and thank you as always to the members of the channel, and I'll see you guys next time for the Australian Grand Prix. Until then, take care, and it's goodbye from me.